now is the information processing theory. So this picture represents a cognitive processing. So as you can see, there's many big picture in here. This is the picture that represents a cognitive processing. So let's proceed about who is the theory of this cognitive processing. So the theory of this is a George Armitage Miller. So the key accomplishment of George Armitage Miller is Miller was an influential American psychologist best known for his research on cognitive psychology, particularly in the area of memory and information processing. He is famous for introducing the concept of the magical number 7, referring to the idea that people can hold about 7 items in their working memory. Miller made groundbreaking contributions to our understanding of cognitive limitation in human memory and how information is processed. So let's proceed to the context and inspiration behind this theory. So it is inspired by growing understanding of the brain as an information processing system. Miller explored how humans handle and store information, which led to his formulation of the information processing theory. Information processing theory posits that humans process information in a manner similar to how computers operate. The theory emphasizes the stage of cognitive processing from encoding, storing, to retrieving information, focusing on how individuals transform, organize, and use information. So, the importance in understanding a human development is this theory helps. It is explain how people of different ages perceive, remember, and respond to information. It highlights the development of attention, memory, and problem-solving skills over time. Context and inspiration behind the theory. It is inspired by the growing understanding of the brain as an information processing system. Miller explored how humans handle and store information, which led to his formulation of the information processing theory. So, information processing theory posits that humans process information in a manner similar to how computers operate. The theory emphasizes the stages of cognitive processing from encoding, storing, to retrieving information, focusing on how individuals transform, organize, and use information. So, importance in understanding human development. The theory helps explain how people of different ages perceive, remember, and respond to information. It highlights the development of attention, memory, and problem-solving skills over time. Core concept of information processing theory. It is a focus on how humans selectively concentrate on specific pieces of information from the environment. This process is limited by factors like age and cognitive development. So the process of converting information into a format that can be stored in a memory. Storage information is kept in short-term or long-term memory. Short-term memory has limited capacity, while long-term memory stores a vast amount of data. Let's proceed to the retrieval, the process of recalling stored information when needed. Stage of information processing. Sensory memory. Briefly holds sensory information like visual or auditory stimuli for a few seconds. So, short-term memory or working memory hold a small amount of information for a limited time, around 7 items. Long-term memory, information stored for an extended period, potentially for a lifetime. So here is the example. Imagine you are trying to remember a phone number. The first step is sensory input, hearing the number. So the information then enters your short-term memory where you can hold it temporarily. If you repeat the number enough times, it might enter long-term memory for future recall. So here is an example. sensory memory, short-term memory, and the long-term memory. So as you can see in the picture, that is example of cognitive processing theory. Educational relevance. It helps teachers understand students' behavior and learning. Teachers can use the information processing theory to understand how students take in, process, and retain information. It aids in determining why some students may struggle with memory tasks and why others excel. So, class application, chunking, teachers can break down complex material into smaller, manageable chunks, making it easier for students to remember. So, as we can see, there's many students that it's hard to, like, when they say with memory task and why other excel, it is because the cognitive processing theory. So let's talk about the repetition and practice. So regular review and practice of content can help move information from short-term to long-term memory. So active learning, encouraging students to actively engage with information through discussions or problem solving, supports deeper processing and understanding. Support diverse learners. Information processing techniques like visual aids, mind maps, and interactive activities can cater to diverse learners, help them process and retain information in different ways. So my personal insight is, when I just agree or disagree with the theory, so I agree because in this theory, with the information processing theory, as it provides a concrete framework to understand cognitive development and how we process and retain information. So the impact on education in this theory is, as an educator, applying this theory allows me to design lessons that cater to the cognitive limitations and strengths of students at different developmental stages. It also encourages the use of effective teaching strategies to enhance learning outcomes. So let's proceed to the reflection of question. So I have a question to you. So this question is about this theory. So my question is, how can the application of the information processing theory improve personalized learning strategies in the classroom? So next, in what ways can we optimize memory retention and attention in students with learning disabilities using this theory? So this is the last of our discussion. So thank you so much, everyone, and I hope you learned something in this theory. Thank you.